we have seen what is available as 5 elements, and those 5 elements are available in our whole body. I mean, our whole existence itself is made up of 5 elements. 5 elements are the ways and means and forms of the same universal energy. The energy manifests in 5 different forms, and with the combination of all these 5 different forms, our body and our mind, our emotions and everything is made up of. The soul which is existing here, we as a soul come into this body and live here using this body. We do all the activities of the soul's residual patterns, something called karma. Whether we believe it or not, our gene carries the RNA and DNA, right? So people say that something is transferred from the previous versions of our forefathers. From my father, I get some genes carried. My father would have got from his father. Okay, like that there are genes that are carried out. In the other form, it is called a karma. While it can carry a gene, or a small seed can carry a big tree inside. Okay, from a small seed only, the big tree manifests. Same way, even with a small dot of gene, the whole thing can be exist inside. Okay, so from that only every activity of ours is manifesting. The same way, the karmic effects of whatever we have done from the previous births or our existence, because to get this human body, the human life itself, it's a greatest gift one can have it. அரிது அரிது மானிடராய் பிறத்தல் அரிது அப்படின்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. அவையாரோட இது வந்து அதனினும் அரிது கூன் குருடு செவிடு பேடு நீங்கி பிறத்தல் அரிது. Means it's the rarest of rare to get this whole human existence, human body or human life. But in that itself, it is again very rare to be born without any deformities. People are having eye, the faculty, but they don't have a vision. They can't see. They are blind. People have this faculty air, but they can't listen. Correct? That means we are getting a gifted opportunity of having a proper vision, proper hearing aid, proper smelling capacity, proper way of speaking. All these things are the gift of our highest form of human existence. So that's what they say. Okay, now having received this, similarly whatever we have done in the previous births, we could have born in a different way, a different species. It could be an insect or a plant or anything else previously, because with the evolution only we come to this level. Right, to attain this evolution, we could have crossed many other births. So during those births, during those existence in the previous births, we would have done some actions. In nature, every action has its own equal and opposite reaction. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. When the energy exists, you can only convert an energy from one form to another. My vocal vibration here is getting converted, it is reaching my mic here, and again from there it is getting converted into some electrical energy. It reaches the transmitter here, maybe a mobile device, and from there it reaches the tower, it goes in the air. See, the energy transformation happens from one end to another till it reaches your mind. That's how you are able to hear me. That means in this transaction of the process, we get the energy in one form to other. The energy which is received by my mic is exhibited in your speaker there, by the same energy. Same way, every form of energies, for example, you take electrical energy that flows inside. Same energy comes to your electricity comes as one energy, but the bulb glows here in front of me, right? It gives a light. And suppose if I switch on my fan, it gives me air. It blows the air. Or if I switch on my AC, it gives me a cooling effect. If I switch on my geyser, the heater, or my iron box, it gives me heat. But the source is the same energy. The same way, one form of energy like electrical energy is getting converted to heat. The same way, one form of the energy, which is the universal energy, is reaching us in different forms and does the work in a different way. The same way, whatever you have done the karmic effect, I said there is equal and opposite reaction. Every action has its own impact, right? It has to execute, no other way. Maybe you can divert into a different way, correct? Instead of switching on my geyser, which is for heating my water, I can switch off my gadget, a different gadget like an iron box for ironing my dresses, pressing my dresses, right? I can use a gadget to divert the same energy into a different form if I can understand the form and means how I am receiving the energy. If I don't know what is electricity, how do I switch on the switches and mains and all that, I do not know. No? Electricity will keep flowing. I may not know how to use it. So all we are doing now is to understand what kind of energy that you are receiving by relating to that energy and how best we can utilize it. Coming back to the karmic effect, whatever we have done in the earlier births, it's also carried out here. The soul carries those imprints, and those imprints are getting executed through this body in certain ways and means. Suppose certain amount of imprints are coming here through DNA or however you call it as. That imprints are here, and those imprints are getting executed at the different appropriate stages. When you are a child, there are some imprints as a child you can execute. There are some imprints which can't be executed at the level of your child. Now after you become adult, then only that programs will get executed. Remember, there are certain things which will automatically get executed as per the law of nature. Now, during our existence right now, like how we have accumulated some action, karmas earlier, now also we do some actions, we do some good deeds, or knowingly or unknowingly we end up with doing some bad deeds. We only label it, whether good or bad. Of course, we label it, but still, every action that you do has its own equal and opposite reaction. It applies even during this birth also. So earlier database is here, and right now also we are trying to create some database. If we are so aware, we can change the right now actions. Whatever we do here and now, those actions can be a righteous ways of doing it, so that we don't accumulate some kind of a bad karma going forward. Right? The execution that comes here now from the previous, if we are so much aware, the God has given us a co-authoring faculty. In the sense, if you take a life as a book, God is one author. It's called Vidhi. We are the co-authors of the same book called Madhi. Okay, that means if we are having more alertness, more awareness about our life, what is happening, how the life flows, how we are getting the energy, how we are getting the actions, how we have to do a response and reaction, like how we have discussed earlier in the last class. If we are so much aware of it, right, and we can become the co-author of our life. This is how the Vidiyai Madhiyal Velvadu abdingiradhu. You can overcome even your karmic effects if you are so alert, if you are so aware. This is actually coming out of your ignorance. When you are coming out of ignorance, we are so aware of what is happening, we can certainly do some, bifurcation of things. It's not a bifurcation. Energy can't be, destroyed, but energy can be utilized in a much better way. Okay, suppose there's a small knife, a knife which you use it for cutting your birthday cake is also a knife, correct? A knife which is held by a person who is with knives, who can cut the cake or you can cut the vegetable, they use the same knife for some good deeds. Same knife, if it is held by somebody else who is not a good element or who is not a righteous person, he can cut even a throat of somebody or a hand of someone else, making an injury, making a pain, causing a pain to somebody, right? Same knife only. Who is holding the knife? how that is being utilized matters a lot. So the knife is given to us. Whether we are going to cut the vegetables or cut something for our life usage, or we are going to make an arm for somebody else, depending upon our awareness. How we are alert in this life. How we are aligning with the nature. How we are aligning with the godly forces, godly qualities. The godly quality is just being equal to everyone. God provides, or the nature provides air for everyone. No? Somebody who is a thief, whose job is to just only steal others' property or others' time and effort, he is also fed with the air. The nature do not discriminate. Oh, you are a thief, I give you only a small amount of quart of water, quart of air. No. Somebody who is a saint, he is also given that water, he is also given the air. So this is what is called oneness. Godly qualities, nature's quality is treating every aspect of the whole existence equal. If there's a gravitational force is a law of nature. It works for everybody. If I put a ball, it will come down. If somebody else puts a ball, it will come down. Nature has no discrimination between me or you or anybody else in the whole world. Same way, water, you have a nature of law of nature. If it is boiled for 100 degrees, it has to evaporate. It's not, somebody it will work and for somebody it will not. That's a law of nature. So law of nature is godly quality. It will work equally to everybody. But whether we are going to use that in a constructive way or use in a destructive way is purely depending upon our awareness, the way how we operate. Okay, now coming back to the karmic effects which are executed by our soul from the previous births can also be altered if we are so alert. Right now, here and now, that is what people call it as mindfulness. Mindfulness. You be mindful of what we are doing now. I'm trying to be mindful of what I speak. I'm trying to be mindful of what I communicate to you. Every word, the slang that I use it makes a lot of impact because that's a vibration, Every word is a vibration. Every syllable that comes out of my, vocal cord is a vibration. And that goes inside you. Same way, how you use your own words is making a vibration around you, vibration surrounding. Same word can be uttered with an anger, a component of emotion of anger. Same word can be utilized with a vibration of love, anbu. Correct? So how you utilize it, how being aware of that here and now matters a lot.